Good morning, beautiful traders. You know the drill. Please confirm if you can hear my voice because I don't trust what is what YouTube is showing me here. Just let me know if you can hear my voice and if it's clear. Last week we had a terrible time streaming because of network issue. All right, let's look at the chart. Um, Aaron says waiting. Okay, I guess Aaron has been waiting at the corridor before I open the door. Good morning, boss. Good morning, Aaron. How are you? And then Aaron says, we can hear you clearly. Beautiful. This is what I want to see. This helped me to know that I'm not talking to myself. King additional. We have a king in the house. I think I will need to download a soundtrack or sound effect. I should have clapped for the king, all those sound effect. It will make the live streaming interesting. So good morning, King Additional. Hearing you loud and clear. Thank you for letting me know. We have Baska Zambia. Good morning. And also let me know if this is your first time. There are some names that I'm familiar with when I see them, like Aaron, Joshua, Uguntoye, and the rest. Though Uguntoye is not in the chat. Mox from South Africa. At least let me know if this is your first time so I can give you a special greeting. So Baska Zambia, good morning to you. Joshua Dumoye says, top of the morning to you, Raba. Good morning, Joshua. And Joshua saying USD pairs. All right. So what Joshua is saying is that normally I used to give you the opportunity to pick three pairs for me to analyze. So as you are sending in your messages, also let me know the three pairs you would like me to go through. And today, remember, you noticed I tagged it a masterclass. I will do a simple teaching around the opening price, especially around support turn resistant and resistant turn support. These levels are mostly overlooked by traders. All right, I will simply talk a little about them and then we go straight into our analysis. We are going to look for we're going to look for trade setups, and then if we see a good trade, we will take the trade. Then I have here Tokpe Ogungbemi says good morning, Raba Fx. Good morning, Tokpe. Now, if you are within my email list, I sent out a notification for this live stream, and going forward, you'll be hearing from me often because at least to some extent I've fixed the deliverability problem I had because whenever I send a message, most of them doesn't deliver. I don't know why. So I changed my server, my email server. So hopefully you should be getting the email into your inbox. And if you have not received the email, just check your spam folder. It should be there. Then move it to inbox, and there's a settings that will push the emails back to inbox. If you check the welcome email, I did a video on how you do that. So we are still learning every day. Digital marketing space, I'm learning every day about how to be more efficient. We have a Baska Zambia say is my first time. Just been watching your tutorials. Okay, welcome Zambia. Now we are going to start. Also, don't forget, let me know where you're joining us from and drop the three pairs you want me to go through. All right, don't forget that. Drop the pairs so that we go through them. All right, so without wasting time, let's go straight into today's business. So before I continue, I will simply walk you through support, turn resistant. Okay, 1 minute. Support, turn resistant. Uh, and then we are going to look at, and then we are going to look at resistance, turn support. I have to make sure that my mouth is on my microphone at all times. Looking at the screen, the monitors on the side, I have to be, conscious. Maybe I'll monitor my audio. 1 minute. Let me try to monitor my audio. Okay. So yeah, we look at resistance. Okay. All right. Now this particular idea is mostly ignored by traders, and they are very important. So this is what I mean. For example, you have this level. This level here, when price was below it, was resistant. This level was resistance. The moment price breaks it, that resistance turns to support and is a valid area to look for trade. This is a simple explanation, a simple textbook illustration. And then we have the reverse, which is support from resistance. So this level when price was above it was a support. So what it will have done was to push price back. But what happened when price breaks? By breaking, what I'm talking about is a close below that line. A close below that line. So once there's a close below the line, the support turns resistant. So we are going to look at different variations of this on the chart. There are different variations. This is a textbook illustration. But when you come to the chart, it's a different ball game. So let's look at the chart. So this level here, this was a reversal opening price support. Was support. This support, the moment it breaks, it becomes a resistance. So what is this telling you? If you are buying from this support here, when price gets here, you have to start to look at the market carefully. Though we are expecting, for me, I'm expecting a push higher, but this level is a strong resistance which can repair price. Okay, so don't lose guard. All right, the same thing here. You can see this was resistance. When price was below it was resistant. It was supposed to reject price. When price closed above, that resistance becomes support. All right, and from there, market came, rejected it, and pushed price upward. You can also see it through the continuation opening price. Example is this. Okay, this was support, got broken, became resistant, got broken, became support. Finally, it got broken, became resistant. So you can see price came and it did its job as a resistance, push price below. All right, same thing here. This was resistance, continuation opening price, resistance. When price was coming in, it was supposed to reject. It did not. Market closed above it. It becomes what? Support. Price came in, test it, and then push up. So my assignment for you is to go through your chart and mark out those areas of support turn resistance and resistance turn support. It's going to help you a lot. All right. So part of the master class was also to look for trade setups. All right. So as usual, I'm going to start with gold. So we are going to start with the higher time frame. Well, I don't know, was it Monday or yesterday? I can't remember when we did live stream again. I think it was yesterday. Okay. So we can see that on the monthly, we printed a resistance. And I said that was not enough to change the direction yet. Okay. It's not enough to change direction yet. So we are still very bullish on the monthly time frame. We are still very bullish. And our target would simply be this highs, this one, and this all-time high eventually. But we should not jump the gun. We have to look at what the lower time frame is building. Because if we want to start going bearish, it will start rather, it will start from the daily. Once daily changes, gets to weekly and weekly change, then monthly will follow suit. All right. So in the meantime, nothing much, no levels to look at on the monthly aside from marking out the resistance. Oh, there's an idea that came to my head now. I think I should have a different color for support and a different color for resistance for different time frame. That will make my chart rainbow like. So weekly, so this is beautiful. We have the market pushing from here. This was the area where I took the trade. All right, rejected. So now our support on resistance that I'm talking about, look at it here. We have resistance, price close above, becomes support, price came in and is rejecting. All right. So we still have this level here. So I'm going to mark these two levels on the weekly. Fact three. Let me take you through my thought process. All right. So this level also, it was resistant, broken, turn support. So we have one, two, three. These are the three possible areas where price should respect and continue pushing higher. So our target, first of all, is this. I want to see price close above this. This is a resistance, right? So I want to see price close above it this week. Once we close above it, then our next destination will be this. All right. Our next destination will be this. So all right. Before I go to the chart, let's continue. All right. So you can see my thought process now. I'm looking at these levels to make decision, and I'm reacting. I'm not predicting. The only time I predict is simply me looking for a better outcome. Like me predicting that there'll be a close here is what I'm looking for if I want to continue bullish. It's not really predicting per se. Because if it is predicting, I will take the trade and start hoping it goes above. No, I'm looking at the outcome. There are different outcomes within a trade. So which outcome you are expecting, you have to view it on the chart. So for me, this level is a stubborn level. And that was why I've closed my trade anyway. I've closed my trade. Reason is this. All right. We have stubborn area, rejecting price. Now price push in, and now we are even coming down. So for me to focus on my bullish buyers, I want to see a close above that. Then probably a retest, meaning resistance, don't support, give us a kind of stepping stone to push price to the next level. Now let's see if there's any trade setup for us within the daily. So on the daily, I don't want you to say, oh, there's too many lines on the chart. Please, I am putting this for your understanding. I'm putting the lines there for your understanding. All right. So the first three lines below the price are different support levels on the weekly. I can decide to take off this or take off these two because they have been tested. Probably this is a fresh one. If price wants to push lower, it comes to this point and then we load it big. All right, we load it big. All right. So on the daily, at least I like what is happening. On the daily, we close above it, which I like. Now, let me don't talk about it. So remember that level on the daily, we also have a support, a resistance. We also have a resistance on that level, and price close above it. It's a good sign for the buyers. So let me simply take this off. Now you may say, why is the market coming down? For me, there is no rejection on any resistance. So I will not be looking at any sell trade just for now. I won't be looking at sell trade. The only time I will look for sell trade is if you have a fresh resistance here and price reject from it. Then we can look for sell trade. Probably price wants to push lower. But for now, it's simply profit taking. Remember, I've taken my profit as well because that level is a stubborn level. Okay. So what I would do is to go to the 4 hour to look for trade setups. So on the 4 hour, this level is not fresh. This level is not fresh. Now, two things for me to buy. Let me just tell you, I want to see a fresh reversal. I want to see a fresh reversal opening price. Right, as this market is coming, I want to see a blue candle form. Once a blue candle form, it forms a support, then I can buy from there. So as at now, we are live streaming. I've not seen. This is what I'm looking for. You see this red candle and this blue. This is a fresh reversal opening price. But in this case, price has traded below. So if I want to buy, I want to see that play out again. So once I see a red and a blue, it forms a form of support like this area. As you can see here, once it formed, price rejected and then push up. So I can frame either I want to scalp or intraday because the price is still around that monthly and weekly resistance. So that's what I'm looking for. But for a long term push, based on how the price is, if you keep getting red candles coming down, once it comes into this area, from this area, I'll be looking for a trade setup. All right. So for now, the gold, I've taken off my profit on gold. So I'm simply waiting for a retracement. All right. And within the 4 hour, if you can give me the fresh reversal opening price support, then I'll take my trade. So let's go to the chart here. King Additional is laughing. Is it because I think I said something about my chart turning to a rainbow? I guess that's what is making you to laugh. Let me know if that is it. And then King Additional says, "This is my first time, sir, from Nigeria." Now, for those of you that you are joining for the first time, I have a mini course that explains the strategy I use in analyzing so that you don't get lost. You can simply go through that mini course and understand what we are doing. So I'm going to put the link to the mini course in the chat so you can sign up and then understand the jargons we use in this our trading. All right. So within the chat, I'm going to drop the link now. Okay. So it is in the chat and I'm going to pin it. So you see there's a pinned message. All right, let's go back. And also, I've not seen any requests. Drop down in the chat your requests, the pairs, three pairs you want me to analyze. If not, I'll just simply stop here. I will stop here. I'll go and take breakfast. I'm not taking breakfast. Okay. Let's make this interactive. UD, welcome to the stream. Good morning, Raba. Good morning to you. So please let the stream be interesting. Give me your three pairs so I can go through it. At least I have something to work with and something you would like me to talk about. So while that is coming, I'm going to look at NAS. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. So on NAS 100, I was expecting price to trade to this monthly support. And it did nearly before pushing up. No problem, we are going to catch up. So the monthly here is bullish. Forget about the rejection here. Even if a bearish candle forms, monthly is still bullish. Okay, that's the way I look at the market. I look at it in form of direction. If the direction is still bullish, I will still be looking for bullish trades, and this has helped me a lot. Okay, so you do the same. On the weekly, we have price at a resistance. I want to ask a question. I want to ask you a question. Since price is here, does it make sense to buy? Put it in the chat. Okay. Um, in the chat there, yeah, I guess as much. UD is answering the question: should we buy there? I think UD has taken over the chat. Nobody is chatting again. I ask a question, you guys should interact. You're going to learn. You learn a lot from it. Now I said price is at a resistance. Does it make sense to buy? And the answer is no. UD has already told us no. All right. So what do you do? I know some people say, Abba is not taking trade on this live trade though. If it's okay. All right. I trade when I see a setup. And most of my setup are mostly swing trades. Like the trade I just closed on gold, I've taken that, I've held that trade for long, more than 4 days, 5 days, I think a week. Okay. So if you are patient, you catch those kind of trades. Instead, if you buy and sell just because you want to buy, you are going to give back your profit to the market. And that's what happened to most new traders. They make money now. The next few hours, they look for another trade and donate. They donate back the money plus their own money, which becomes a loss to them. Eventually, they blow their account. So what I'm teaching here might be contrary to what you've seen. It's okay, but it's okay to be patient. Once you are patient, you are going to get the best trades, and you hardly return trade back to the market. So on the chart, I can see gold UD has requested gold, oil, and NZD USD. Joshua have requested all USD pairs. I will talk about that. And then I think you did change your mind because I've done gold. Is now suggesting gold, I mean, pounds JPY, GJ. Tokwe is answering the question. No, because price is approaching a resistance. Good, not just a resistance, a weekly resistance, which is strong. So normally, those are areas where you take your buy profit. If you have taken a trade from around there, these are areas where you take out your profit and probably allow a small portion of it to see if price will push up and you continue holding that trade. All right. So let's go back to our chart. I don't want to make a mistake of analyzing on this screen where the chart is showing. All right. So I'm going to be very careful. So now that price is around here, I will apply breaks to my buy setups. All right. And see what happens when price trades into this area. So we go to our daily, and from our daily as well, you can see that same level was support, broken, turn resistance. So it's a fresh resistance. If it comes here, you can attempt to sell. I can do an anticipation sell the moment price trade into this area. Okay, sell. Though the daily, 1 minute, let's see the weekly. Hmm. So if price comes here, I'm going to take a sell. Though it's a high risk trade, but I'll sell because of the confluence. Daily and weekly at the same price level. I'm going to sell. On the 4 hour, I need price to give me an LD rejection, or I said LD retracement for a buy. The daily is bullish, so I simply need a pullback to do that, or wait for this candle to close. If it gives me a bullish um, candle, I'll buy at the touch of the support. Okay, those are the those are the ideas that's going through my mind right now. So I'll wait for this. If I see a bullish candle creating a support, I'll buy into that resistance and take my profit. More like an intraday trade setup. So that is what I'm saying here. So in the meantime, let's go to USD pairs as requested by Joshua. But I won't go through all. I will help him select three. Last week we were excited about Euro USD or the USD pair that is going to be USD pairs will be bullish, as in the dollar will be bullish. But from what I'm seeing, nothing of such. Unless maybe if this week give us our desire. All right. So right now, I'm simply going to mark out two levels on the monthly. This is the first one. This is the second. This is something interesting. You know why? Resistant don't support. All right. It close above, close below. So we have it as a second touch resistant. So it's still a bit valid. So let's go to weekly. Weekly rejected from there. That level is also a weekly level. Monthly and weekly at the same level. Those are areas you can try to sell, even when the market does not change direction. You can anticipate the change in direction from there. Okay. We are attacking this support. A close below that, we should fly to this point. So let's simply look at the daily. You can sell from here. This was our move. That is our sell trade. This is our sell trade. You can see what I'm talking about. Bullish and bearish, creating a fresh resistance. You can sell from there. All right. So even if price has gone a bit far, doesn't mean you should have an LD push down. Let's go to 4 hour. Okay, so within the 4 hour now, if I can get, if price can come to this level here, I can sell, right? Or wait for a fresh resistance, you sell. So this is a beautiful setup. Okay, so this is nice. This is a good setup for a sell. There's a question in the chat. I will visit that. I will answer that question by talk by. But for now, let's do some of the analysis and trade setup. So this is our trade setup. This you can take a sell. All right, you can take a sell. Price come in. The best time will have been at that touch, but notwithstanding, if it comes back, yeah, you sell. In short, I think I'm going to take a sell. This Quasimodo. I'll take a sell from there. 1 minute. Let me open my phone. Place a trade. Euro USD. Okay. Okay, I've placed my sell trade. Then if you push in, I'm going to add more to it. If I lose, I lose. If you push in, now why am I selling? I'm selling because price is around there. All right. More like a break and retest. I'm selling. Then I have another opportunity. If price comes in towards this area, I will sell again and have two position or three. All right. So that is that. We've gotten an entry. Pounds USD. These are Joshua requests. I think from the chat, UD requested for NZD. So I will help Joshua select one more. I think it should be after this, maybe USD JPY. USD JPY. And Joshua, if you are still in the chat, you are still around, please say something. All right. So on the monthly, for okay, we don't have a fresh level, but the second touch is still okay. And then we have support broken tone resistance. Those are the level I'll mark there. The closest one after the close, and then maybe destination this. All right. So these are the preferred three levels I want to see on the monthly. The first one is the origin, where price was moving from. The second one is the recently broken support, which is now a resistant. Then the last one here is untested support. Maybe price might be heading towards there. Then we go to the weekly. This also is a good sell, but we have missed our pounds move faster than Euro USD. So I would like to get a precise entry on this. So on the weekly, let me go back to that level. Okay, you can see we have a fresh weekly here, which is a good area to sell. So weekly is bearish. The weekly is bearish. So from here, we are in a good area to sell. But because I didn't get the price exactly at where the resistance is, I'll go to the daily to see if I can refine. So on the daily, this is the area I'm looking at. Okay, price trading here. I'll be looking to sell. I'm looking to sell. Okay, so that's the area I'm looking at. On the daily, we have this stubborn area. We need to have a close look at. You can see how it rejected price and push upward. So probably it wants to get in there. Once it gets there, I'm going to sell. So let me use a simple line there and go to the 4 hour. So let's do something here. A buy to sell. I can see a buy trade setup. This is the destination. So at the close of this candle, if I still have a bullish candle, a touch on the support, I will buy into this area. Then maybe this area will continue pushing the price down because the daily in this case is bullish. We have daily bullish, weekly bearish. So we follow the daily direction till we get to the weekly. All right. I hope you understand. If you don't understand, join my VIP. When you have monthly, weekly, daily telling you different direction, there are rules you need to follow. Okay. Let me see Euro USD. If we have a push here, and we also have a push here. Let's see. Let's see how it goes. So the last one I'm going to look at on USD pair for Joshua will be USD JPY. Do I have it? Okay, this is it. Then we move to UD. So before I analyze this, let me answer Tokwe's questions. Now Tokwe says, I can see you do your markings on weekly, daily time frames and take your setups on H4, right? It all depends. Sometimes I take my entry on daily, sometimes on the weekly, sometimes in 1 hour, sometimes in the 15 minutes. All right. But the key thing is that I use the weekly and daily as my direction. If they tell me bullish, I can enter anywhere. Any time frame is valid. It could be 4 hour, it could be H1, it could be 30 minutes. It could still be on the daily or even the weekly. So if you want to know more, join my just start with the mini course. If you are satisfied, you want to learn more, you you join the VIP. Okay. But the entry can be at any time frame. The key thing is for you to know the direction. Is weekly bullish? Oh boy. If weekly bullish, then all you need to do is to look for areas to take your trade. Though there are some precise time frame for them, but it's not a guy. How will I put it? It's not a must. You see, trading is like art. You have poetic license. Whatever you do is of your own opinion. Okay. For me, I like to be flexible. I like to be flexible. So even the weekly can be an entry if it's at a support. All right. So it all depends on what is going through my mind. I believe I've answered your question. Okay, let's go back. I don't want to make any mistake. I don't want to be analyzing why I'm on the chat, on the chatting screen. This particular screen is a chatting screen. So with this one now is on where I analyze. So I want to separate them. So without wasting time, we have this monthly. Then we have a close up of this. Yeah, there's a close. Okay, so these are the two levels. The closest support is this area. Now, at the beginning of this live stream, I showed you support on resistance, resistance on support. Okay, this level here was a resistance, got broken, is now a support. So if price comes in, these are areas you start thinking to buy. What support is simply telling you is that at support, think of buying. Even if price is coming down, when it gets to support, start thinking the sell might be ending at this support. Simple as that. Then you then weigh your options. Okay, this is a support. You start looking at will it hold? You go to lower time frame and start doing your analysis. If it meets the criteria you're looking for, then you start racking up buys. Simple. Trading does not have to be fancy. It doesn't have to be a rocket science. Just make decision on those lines. Price at support, I want to buy. Price is at resistance, I want to sell. Now, for you to buy and sell, that's why you have to be cautious now. You have some rules in place to guide you. To guide you. If you are buying or if you are selling. Once those rules tells you buy or sell, you do so. Don't think. Just do it because all your thinking boils down to that rules, right? And that's why you see some in the chat, some of my students will tell me, sir, we have the same analysis. I've already bought at that area. It's because of the rules which I gave to them. they now understand how to approach the market on their own. They're only yet for just confirmation and see whether they are still on the right track, but they can actually trade. I know that for sure. They can trade. So we go to the weekly. So the weekly, yeah, I don't like seeing this kind of thing. All right, this kind of thing will keep us in a range for a long time. But from the weekly rejection, it simply means price is not interested much in pushing up. So price right now is at the weekly support resistance. I keep saying support, support. This is a continuation opening price. We came all in here, but here also fresh levels we rejected. All right. So right now we're at support. Let's see the daily. So in that case now, this is a good area to buy. I'm looking for a fresh level. So I'll prefer this area here for a sell. So these are set up here. Screenshot this, okay? Screenshot this so that when price gets there, you can sell. This is also a good area, but I don't want you to take any out trades. If you don't get this trade and maybe price push down, don't worry. I want you to focus on only on levels that have not been tested. All right. I want you to get trades at levels that are not been not that have not been tested. All right. They To me, they are more relaxing to take trade from than taking a trade from where price has already tested. Okay. So that's what I have to say here. So that's why I'm choosing this area instead of this for you. All right. Ask me why, and I'll tell you join the VIP. Ah, so if you are new, don't forget the pinned message takes you to a sign up page for the free mini course. It will be an email series. In short, let me put it on the screen. All right. Join the free mini course and improve your trading skills. Become a better trader. Okay. That's the free mini course. That's what I want to give to you. All right. It will be an email series from Monday to Friday. Saturday, Sunday, there won't be email from me because those are days you need to do back testing and practice. So what it means is that if you sign up today, which is Wednesday, on a serious note, I don't know what today's date is. So I don't know if it is Wednesday or Tuesday. Let me check my phone, please. Today is Tuesday. It's because I don't usually do live stream on Monday. I think I did a live stream yesterday. So today is Tuesday. So if you sign up today, you get your first email on Wednesday. All right. So that is that. Then if you sign up on Friday, you get your first email on Monday. So Saturday, Sunday, I don't send emails. I've already automated everything. Okay. So I'm just trying to explain to you how the emails will be coming in. And I'll do that in the welcome email as well. So when you sign up, you get the first email the next day, as long as the business day. If the next day is not a business day and it's a weekend, you get it on Monday. So it's going to last for like 2 weeks. Every day with a nudget. A nudget that will help you. Then from there we look at the opening price itself, and now you can start, oh sorry, how you can start applying that to your trade. It's going to help you. All right. So let's go to the chat. I can see a testimonial in the chat. So okay, Talkwell says, all right, Raba, thank you, sir. All right, you're welcome. Now you just says Raba made trading so easy for me over the years. I truly appreciate Raba. Yeah, UD has been my student for a long time now, and she's actually good. Maybe one of these days I will do a form of podcast. She will come in and also analyze the market, so you can see that her analysis will be just like mine. That is it. Maybe I'll work on that. We will talk. I will talk with Judy if she has time. The problem is if she will have the chance to do that. All right. So that is that on USD JPY, right? So now I think I'll go to UD's request. Daily H4. Okay, H4. We have H4 here. Let's stick to that. Let's stick to that. Now, UD, the request was gold, oil, NZUSD. We've done gold, so let's look at oil. US oil. Market looks bearish. This push is not coming from any support. Let me see this. Okay, it's just a bit too far. No problem. So this is the recent rejection from here, but we have double rejection. That was in the month of June. Then July pushed up into this for a second touch. Then it's going down. All right, let's go to the weekly. Weekly should be bearish from this level here. Weekly, then another weekly. Yeah. I won't really worry about this. We should close below it this week. So because price is close approaching this, if I want to sell, I will need price to push up a little because this is a support. I'm from the setup, from what I'm looking at, yeah, from what I'm looking at, we are bearish, so I should be focusing on the bearish trade. Hmm, this is a strong level, weekly and daily at the same price. Can see how strong market move. And now, why I'm not interested in this weekly and daily, this is a decision line somehow. So let me wait. A close below, I will sell. I won't buy. I'm not going to buy here. Instead, I want the price to close below and then I sell. So nothing for now, UD. Price has left without us. The best way was to get it above here. Price has gone without us. So looking for buy trade at support is not nice. And this support is not an A plus for me. Not an A plus for me. Okay. So that is that on oil. Nothing much. But we are going to do a track on that. The next one is NZD USD. NZD USD. I don't know why everything is getting. We are seeing price at support or resistance level. What is wrong? So rejection. We started from here. We started from the bottom. Now we're here. For those who love hip hop, monthly, monthly. Okay, those are my monthly levels, and I have this one which is closer. Let me just put it there. Okay, so weekly, weekly also is bearish. All right, we should close below this week. I'm looking for setup. Ah, you see, this is an entry. UD, I hope you see it. This is the kind of thing I'm looking for. Price push from here. You can take your profit here. You can see resistant, entry as resistant, exit as support. Simple. Intraday, intraday, and you're done for the day. The next thing you simply hope for price to close below. We've missed that entry. So the next one we have is if price can push back into these areas, then we sell. So mark these areas, mark these areas. All right. We've missed those entry. Then the last one, GJ. GJ is monthly bullish. GJ is monthly bullish. Okay. And then we are also at resistance here. Price came in first, push up, came in again. So let's look at the weekly. If this end like this, we have a support to buy from. Simple as that. Um, the weekly have a rejection here. Close below this. Do we close below this? No. Okay. Daily. I'll be interested in this level. Once price comes in here, we can look for intraday sell setup. Intraday sell setup. They will get to the fresh weekly that will be created here. Okay. They push in here, we sell. By then, the week we end, a new week comes in and trades into this support. So our profit will be from resistance to support. Then hopefully we can continue the bullish move. But the weekly is bearish. Okay, the weekly is bearish. That's why I'm looking for week bearish trade. Price push up in here and we sell. Lastly, in the chart, we have BTC USD. Bitcoin lovers. Bitcoin traded up to $123,000. That's great. So Bitcoin is bullish. The only place I'm interested for the monthly level will be this support here. As if it's going to get there. That's at 107. So we go to the weekly. Weekly is giving a strong rejection, which is nice for itself. So probably we might be heading down. Or if you get a fresh weekly support, we use that as a base to buy. Daily, you can attempt a buy here. You can attempt a buy. This is an anticipation trade. Anticipation trade. Okay. But if you want confirmation, you chill. Price trade into this area, you can sell. Okay. Simple as that. In short, you can attempt an intraday or scalping setup once price trades there. Scalping from here to here, right? I'm not interested in BATC trades, but I can show you if you're interested. This scalping, this is more of a long term, bigger move. Okay. But once we have this rejection, 1 minute, I think BTC wants to resume his bullish move. Okay. My advice is you wait for don't attempt here. Let's wait for today to close. Tomorrow I will come up live and we'll look at BTC. All right. So take note. But if you want to sell intraday scalping, this is the best area. You can then zoom to your lower time frame, use your chalk, and get an entry. Get in, get out. All right. So I think we've come to the close of this. The stream is becoming more lively. I think more people are joining. Make sure you share this stream. In fact, start sharing now. Start sharing. Start sharing now so that more people will get to know about this. And YouTube will have no choice than to push the channel. They have really suppressed my channel. They've suppressed it. And partially I'm the cause because in the past months I've not been active. In fact, I've been inactive for 3 months, even 4 months. There are other things I was pursuing. All right. So, but I enjoy doing this. So when I came back, I decided to let me focus more on live stream. Once I have time, I would do a recorded video and show you some strategy. That's what you people want to see. But I'm a different kind of trader. I prefer coming out live here, showing you the way I trade, and you see how price reacts. If I'm wrong, I hold it. If I'm right, you give me my flowers. Simple. Instead of me to do a recorded video and then cherry pick an area that suits that strategy. Why not I come out live, tell you that the market is bearish and I'm expecting a sell from here. Price move into the direction, good. It takes me out. That is fair. That is trading. And that's how you learn. I will not, you won't learn if I keep showing you 100% winning trades, 100% winning trades, which is what I will do if I'm recording. I will not record a, a video and show you my losses. No. The only way you can see my losses is if I told you I've taken this trade and at the end of the day, it doesn't work out. You know that, yes, Raba has lost that trade. But what I can guarantee you is that most of the trades I'll be taking here will be a winning trade. It's a guarantee. Fine. It's not right to guarantee when it comes to financial market. I'm talking about my trades that you will be seeing on the live trades will turn out to be winning trades. It's not bragging, it's confidence. I have confidence in my strategy. There's this particular guy, most people they come to me and say, okay, let's do signal for us. Just like the way I'm analyzing, I'll mark out a level and say, okay, take trade from there. Because why I don't like signal is that you won't get the trades in real time. So if I decide to give you a level and probably price blast through it, it doesn't mean my strategy does not work. Oh, yeah, your trade is not. I said it's okay. I stopped doing signals because signals, in fact, is a lazy approach. Being a trader, don't look for signal trade. Look for who will teach you how to fish so you can fish on your own. And that's why I'm doing this live stream. All right. Calling out trades live using my thought process. Though I will not be able to bring out all the skills I have, the rest are reserved for mentorship because it's going to be confusing if I start doing it here. You won't get it. The beauty about the mentorship is that you ask me question one on one to be in a Zoom session, and my mentorship is not a recorded video. I tell you go and watch. No, 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 no. When you're paying for my mentorship, you are paying for my time. I'll be there with you one on one through Zoom. You can ask me question. I will answer you. So when I say mentorship, it's not a course. I will tell you go pay money and have access to it. Though I have recorded videos of my previous Zoom sessions, which you have access to it, but that is not all. Your own mentorship starts. I go in with you, send you link, we meet up, and then I teach you the strategy, give you assignment. You don't understand, you come back, I'll teach you again until you get it. All right. Then you can go back and watch other sessions. Then from there, you're going to pick it. Then from there, I'll dedicate the time for only entry. Only entries. You learn how to enter using trend line. I will not be using trend line on this live streaming. I won't be using trend line. But there are ways you use your trend line for your entries. In fact, trend line will tell you that this area is have a higher chance of rejecting price. Okay, so without wasting time, sign up for the free mini course. And then let me go to the chat. UD says, I am ready. Yeah, don't worry. We'll talk about it. I'll send you a link as a guest. I believe you have OBS. Will you need OBS? I don't think you need. You don't need OBS. Don't worry. We'll talk about it. Then you come in. Okay, maybe you might need something to share your screen. It's okay. I will do proper research and see how I can bring you into the stream. I'm still a learner driver when it comes to live streaming. All right, we'll talk about it, UD. Uh, King additional said BTC USD. Yes, I've done that. UD says thanks, Raba. Then Tokwe Ogungbemi says, do you consider effects of fundamentals news on your setup, sir? I don't look at fundamentals. Not that they don't work, they do, but within the short time where we day traders trade, they don't make much effect. A fundamental effect happens from 6 months. For example, if the Fed decide to change the interest rate, you see the effect in 6 months' time, not immediate. Though market might just move to the news immediately before you know it, it relax. And most times they react from the opening price. So I don't use fundamentals for my analysis. It doesn't stop me from my setup. I take the trade with or without fundamentals. Any other question? That was a good question, Tokwe. And have you been in the mini course, Tokwe? Okay, while I wait for Tokwe to answer, if you have any question, kindly let me know. And in the meantime, let me see my Euro USD trade. It's going in profit. I believe you took the trade also. But don't worry, don't be pressured. You don't have to necessarily take the trade. But your duty here is to learn and understand my thought process. So if you want to take the trade, it's at your own risk. Let me do the disclaimer because that's what is needed. Okay, this is a financial market. You have to make disclaimer. Every disclaimer is in the description of this video. Past performance doesn't guarantee future returns. Okay, this is normal thing before you sue me. Okay. Joshua says, thank you for your time as always, Rabbi. Oh, Joshua is back. I thought Joshua left. Thank you, Joshua, for your time. I appreciate it. In fact, I appreciate you guys' time because if you are not here supporting me, I'll be here alone and it will be boring. Joshua says, are you still trading with Darwin X? Yes, I'm still with Darwin X. We'll talk about it. Don't worry about it. I did some wild experiment with Darwin X and I will talk about them. Maybe I'll make a video and talk about Darwin X. It's an awesome program. There are things you need to know and understand because I've taken all the journey, all the paths you need to take in Darwin X. It was on purpose so that I can better explain to people once the time is right. Um, Okay. Someone say yes in response to my question. All right. We are going to end the stream now. Say your goodbyes. Okay. Someone says earlier part of the year, but the dash 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 dash. Someone is putting me on suspense. Someone is a movie producer. It's putting me on suspense. Season 2 loading. It's okay. All right. Goodbye. Thank you for your time. The stream is ending soon. And don't forget, start sharing this. Share this, please. That's the only thing you can do for me that will make me happy. Share, like, and share. If you have a group, send it to the group. If you have a social media, post it on your social media, Twitter, Facebook, and the rest. Bye, UD. God bless you too. See you at the top. Joshua, you too. I'll see you at the top. All right. Bye bye.